it's not everybody is ready for the whole thing. And if you reveal the whole thing to everybody at the same time, you would actually break them apart. For example, the Galactic Core Masters, if they were to reveal the entire truth to us, most of us will end up being babbling idiots. We need to understand this. There is wisdom. They have to find a way to match the information that they have and the knowledge that they have to our level of understanding and comprehension. And this is wisdom. And it only is acquired by maturity and time. There is no other way to teach it. And the final step that I want to talk about is that as you are evolving this way, you get yourself to a point where you literally, your personality changes. What I mean to say is that what used to interest you no longer is the same. In fact, the experience that you have is that you're walking through streets, you're walking through among people that you know, and it appears that everything becomes super sharp, and you're looking around you, everything is super bright, but you literally feel like you're a stranger. Like you're a foreigner walking through a new city, and it's a completely uncanny experience. It means simply that your personality is changing. Your higher self, your fourth and fifth dimensional self, is actually dropping into you. And in fact, over time, after doing this work, a lot of people who have ascended have taken the name and the personality completely of their ascended self. And they have gone to a name change. Okay? How does that relate to the galactic core alignment that we're talking about? So if the Earth, the Sun, and the galactic core are its own time schedule, and we are lagging behind because we believe too much, we're too busy connecting to an energy, a global energy of lack. Everyone is in lack, everyone is in fear, everyone believe that they have to go outside of themselves to fulfill who and what they are. Well, long ago, there was actually an understanding and a forethought about what was going to happen, that man was not going to be ready as a species. So a bunch of beings way in the higher realms, meaning at the galactic level or even higher, volunteered. They volunteered to come down to Earth to participate in a rescue mission. And in the process of this volunteering, and there was a descent, there was a fall. And in the process of the descent, people, these beings, shed their powers and their abilities and incarnated innocuously as human beings. But these beings are part of a collective, a critical mass that have taken oath and that have to actually help rescue this planet. And this is the way it's supposed to happen. That collective is the 144,000 talked about in all kinds of prophecies. It is these collective of beings. And by the way, I want to say here that the number is higher than 144,000, because at any point, anybody can change their mind. That also was part of the plan. That indeed some people will come and they will decide, I don't want to do this, it's too hard, I want to surf. I want to do something else, okay? And indeed, if that's your choice, it's still respected. So it's more than 144, right? But here's the thing. The way the plan is supposed to operate, the 144 have to become the gates and the pillars. Literally, they have to open up. They have to ascend, and they have to open up. And as they open up, they become the gates. Now, on Earth right now, the planet has 156 Earth chakras. Robert Kuhn, in his great book, Earth Chakras, gave all of the location and the different type of energies that each one of these Earth chakras is holding. The local Earth chakra in my area is in Niagara Falls. Now, suppose I manage to actually help in the ascension of the 12. There needs to be a minimum of 12 in order for any of the motor and the energy of each Earth chakra location to be generated. Suppose I was able to create the 12. 12 people stand up, completely open, as we had discussed, having achieved their complete ascension process, having achieved the power increase, the unconditional love, and the wisdom, and then suddenly their fields are wide open, and collectively they're holding an energy, an intention to everyone else in their circle, in the circle of influence of this Niagara Falls grid, that they are here as steward and guardian, and they can transmit and broadcast the peace and the serenity that they have to everything in that circle of influence. That circle of influence is of a radius of 177 miles wide. From Niagara Falls, it would extend into Canada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, etc. And there is the giant ring of light. That grid is safe. Suppose to the north of us in Canada, our brothers and sisters there are able to do the same thing. 12 people at a minimum stands up, and there's an overlap. So here we are, the ring up in north overlaps on top of it. To the bottom, to the south, another group of 12 is able to do the same. To the east, to the west. And as this is being done around the planet at 156 locations, what you end up having is that the planet become the living and the breathing flower of life. Okay? And when that moment happened, when all of the grids have been safeguarded, and when the volunteers will hold the intention for each of their local grid that they are here to serve, to become steward, and to help every living thing in that grid, there will be 156 tunnel of light called release outside of time and space into source. And at that point, light will descend from source and plummet into the core of the planet and reignite the prana seed of the planet, and the planet will move and plode out and move into the higher dimension. This is the rescue plant. And it is up to anybody that's hearing this that feel called to this mission. If somehow this sounds familiar to you, if somehow it seems like something you remember or cellularly resonate in your essence, you need to pay attention. You might be one of the 144. I am just broadcasting this as a means to reach as many people as possible. If you sense that you're connected to this purpose, I am here to help train and awaken you. Brothers and sisters, awake. Awake and fulfill your oath. Fulfill your mission and do what you came here to do. Blessing to all. Namaste.